Hello, everyone. My name is Jason Richards.
Hey, I'm Freddie Powers.
Hi there, my name is Megan Hanks, and
hi, I'm Drennon, and
hello, I am Scott Murdock.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ryan Stevens.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Shrom.
Hi, I'm Isaac Bont.
Hello, my name is Brooke Smith.
I'm a guest actor at St. Croix Festival Theater and the drama club advisor of Osceola High School and Osceola Middle School.
And I am an actor and comedian.
I am a marketing associate and actor at St. Croix Festival Theater.
I am a writer and director.
The arts education director at St. Croix Festival Theater.
I'm an actor and comedian, I guess.
The marketing director at St. Croix Festival Theater.
I'm a voice actor currently.
I am the executive artistic director at St. Croix Festival Theater, and I'm coming to you from St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin.
Taos, New Mexico.
In Chicago.
Cloudy Chicago.
Today, I am in St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin.
In Chicago, Illinois.
In St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin.
St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin.
From St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin.
And this is St. Croix Festival Theater's second 1-minute play festival. Hello, everyone. Brooke Smith here, arts education director at St. Croix Festival Theater. As we get closer and closer to bringing live professional theater back to the St. Croix Valley in person at the Franklin Square Black Box, we were super thrilled to get to bring back one of our favorite festival at home events, the 1-minute play festival. In this 1-minute play festival, we have scripts from 12 playwrights from Los Angeles to Alabama, Iowa, Chicago, and right here in Wisconsin. The theme for this play festival, in keeping with the time of year, is that the play must have included a joke, similar to April Fool's Day. The joke could be anywhere in the script. The title, the stage directions, the dialogue, it did not matter as long as a joke was in there somewhere. Now, that doesn't mean that they're all comedies. We have tragedies, rom-coms, meet-cutes, all kinds of plays you could imagine from that one prompt. Some of today's plays do include sensitive content. For those scripts, we have posted a content warning before the play begins, letting you know the content of the play, as well as the time mark you should skip to if you don't feel comfortable watching that today. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another Festival at Home video, and we can't wait to be back in person in the theater for our stage reading of John Logan's Red, happening May 7th and 8th in the Franklin Square Black Box. You can get your tickets now at festivaltheater.org. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the 1-minute play festival.
Characters.
Fred, beleaguered husband, dressed as Batman.
Denise, his wife, dressed as Robin.
Margot, Denise's boss, hostess of the event.
Scene. Apartment hallway outside door 602. Time, the present.
I feel like a damn fool.
You look very handsome.
I'm wearing tights, Denise.
Look, Margot is my boss, and I need you to put in an appearance like a normal husband who supports his wife's career. You've refused every other invitation.
That's because she's either selling crap or raising money.
So relax and enjoy her little masquerade party. You heard how excited she was in the voicemail.
What we could hear of it.
Stop complaining. Now pull up your tights. Your knees are sagging.
Fred fusses with his costume.
Knock, knock!
Who's there?
Fred flings the door open and steps into the room.
I'm Batman.
There's a stunned silence. The room is full of people wearing masks over their mouths and noses that look like giant band-aids. After a beat, Fred continues, sotto voce.
Denise?
I see, Fred.
Denise, no one else has a costume.
What a fantastic idea. See what I mean, people? Superheroes. What better way to bring attention to the continued threat of pandemic and the need to make sure even the poorest of the poor have high quality masks. Let's have a round of applause for the new face of Mask Aid.
The people in the room applaud wildly. Curtain. End of play.
Characters.
Bo.
Bill.
Bo and Bill get together via Zoom.
Hey, Bo. How you doing?
Oh, okay. But I'll tell you, Bill, I've got some news to share.
What is it?
She's pregnant.
Pregnant? Oh, man. How do you feel about it? You okay?
How do you think I'm doing? Actually, I'm thrilled.
Really? You are? Are you sure?
I'm here for her.
Is she happy?
It's tough to say. She seems a little down these days, but you never really know.
I hear you, man. When's the due date?
About a month.
A month? You couldn't tell before this?
Well, there weren't any obvious signs. She seems to carry the weight well.
Man, that's amazing.
Well, I'm trying to be supportive, make her feel comfortable.
I applaud you, dude. Now, I don't know if I could take the news and be so relaxed.
Well, the vet says everything is looking good and she's on track and should deliver just fine.
The vet?
Yeah, Ginger, my dog. She's pregnant.
End of play.
Please note, this piece contains a non-graphic mention of sexual assault. If you would prefer, you may skip ahead to the 9-minute and 20-second mark in the video and rejoin us there.
Characters.
Rick, a 21-year-old man.
Cheryl, Rick's 16-year-old sister.
I just heard from Mom. Dad's on life support. He's not expected to live more than another day. We need to visit him immediately.
That's too bad. It's a shame.
Well, aren't you coming?
Nah, I think I'll just stay here. With COVID, we can't see him anyway.
But they let Mom see him, and he's dying. We won't get to see him again. We've got one last chance to say goodbye.
I'm good. I don't want to get COVID. So many germs in the hospital. He's dying. There's nothing we can do for him if we see him.
That's our father you're talking about.
I know who he is. And I know what he's done. What's the point of risking getting sick? Feel free to go without me. He won't even recognize us because he's in ICU and unconscious.
What are you talking about?
I mean, he's unconscious. Unconscious means he can't hear or respond to us.
Great joke. That's not what I meant. What do you mean about what he's done? He's raised us, driven us to school, spent his hard-earned money to buy us things, and made us what we are today.
That's the problem. I don't like what I am today. I'm anxious, depressed, and have trouble making friends, have nightmares, and I hate myself.
How's that Dad's fault? He isn't responsible.
Yes, he is. For a few years, he came into my room and touched me. He made me touch him. He did things that a father should never do to his child. And you knew it, but never told Mom, and never told him to stop. You could have helped me.
I think you're making this up. Dad would never do this. And how can you bring this up when he's dying and can't defend himself? You're making excuses for your own mistakes. You disgust me.
Lights out. End of play.
Characters.
Miss Cordelia.
A bearish stage. Sets, if any, should be sparse and hint at shabby.
I do not for the life of me fathom why Jody Penny would have sent me this thing. And through the U.S. mail. I would have thought she'd have better sense than that, or at least better taste. The colors are obscene, and the way the two halves for the thing close up. It's a wonder no one has lost a finger in the bevel. Miss Jody P. is such a character, especially compared to me. her only sister. But this time, she's gone too far. Honestly, I think her wiring is far more mixed up than my plumbing, and I don't care if that's shocking. No one is shocked anymore in this day and age. But for all intents and purposes, this is a useless artifact. Worse than useless, it is indicative of the impending collapse of our advanced culture. I mean, what point is there in trying to hold your head up when the United States Post Office will let you send this in the mail? Disgusting. I wish I could throw it away, but I better keep it. On principle.
End of play. Characters.
Judy.
Quinn.
Veronica.
Daytime. After school, 4 p.m. on sunny high school soccer field. Enter Quinn, the scrappy underdog prankster of the school, and Judy, her bespectacled sidekick, a la Peppermint Patty and Marcy from Peanuts. They watch Veronica, the star soccer player, practice.
Quinn.
Yes, Judy.
What are we doing here at the soccer field?
We're here to scope out Veronica, our target. We have to get her not to go to prom. If she goes, she'll win prom queen, and I will miss my last chance at high school fame and glory.
But Quinn, couldn't we just listen to music today? I have this new LP at my house that I think
Not now, Judy. You know the plan. Get into position.
Judy exits.
Veronica, fellow athlete, Olympian, and comrade of the court.
Quinn, what are you doing here? You don't play sports.
True, but I am an admirer of the game.
Which game?
All of them.
What's your favorite?
Hockey ball goals on the field. Slam dunks.
Hockey ball what?
It's new from Bulgaria. You've never heard of it. Anyways, I'm glad I caught you before prom.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to go to prom. I'm going with Dash Thompson, and I think we'll have a pretty good chance at being crowned.
Veronica, stop. You can't go to prom.
Why not?
Well, you're an athlete, right? And the All-State games are in 3 weeks.
So?
If you go to prom, you could get seriously injured whilst dancing and be forced to miss the All-State games.
Injured while dancing?
Of course. Why, recent studies have shown that 100% of dance-related injuries occur while people are dancing.
Hold it, Quinn. Everyone knows that you're desperate to become part of the popular crowd and leave your mark on the school. What are you trying to pull?
Me? Nothing. Would I lie to you? If you don't believe me, maybe you'll believe her.
Judy enters in disguise with the sports jersey on, a hockey goalie mask and crutches. Her uniform is made of many different sports uniforms, as Quinn and Judy have no knowledge whatsoever of sports. Judy's face is hidden under the goalie mask, and she has a fake cast on her leg. Her arm is in a sling. She speaks with a fake Russian accent.
Who's that?
Meet Ingrid Sportsenhofer from Eastville High. She was their star athlete until she injured herself at prom.
Is that true? What happened?
I have seen things. Terrible things. Too terrible for words. You think you're just going to an innocent dance. But these comrades was a massacre. 2 seniors twerked so hard they dislocated their brains. 9 soccer players got electrocuted during the electric slide. The entire senior class contracted chicken pox after the chicken dance. It was terrible. Just terrible.
That sounds bad.
It certainly does, which is why
a woman was shot in the spleen with an arrow in the middle of the Cupid shuffle. The chaperone lost vision in both of her eyes during the hokey pokey, and then I saw.
Okay. Thank you, Ingrid. We get it.
I saw a man eat his own hand.
What?
No, she didn't.
Oh, no, I didn't. But I'm saying that I can imagine what that might look like, now that I've seen all those other things.
My God.
Exactly.
You know, maybe I should sit this prom out.
A wise decision.
Yeah, I don't want to end up like Ingrid. You poor thing. What do you play anyways?
Vintage records, mostly.
What?
She meant records, like she breaks records at sports.
Really? That doesn't seem right. Ingrid, catch!
Veronica throws the ball at Judy, who misses the catch completely and knocks her off her disguise.
Nice try, Quinn and Judy. See you both at prom.
Veronica exits.
Vintage records.
I speak my truth.
You're fired.
I'm attracted to you.
What?
End of play. Characters.
Ken.
Anna.
Hey, thanks so much for staying in with me tonight. I feel like the second date is the getting to know you date, so
Oh, totally. And I'm having a really great time. Your place is great. I'm gonna get another beer though. Did you want anything?
no thanks. Love you.
Anna leaves.
I mean, I don't love you, honestly. It's way too soon to say that. I don't feel anything. No, I don't not feel anything. I'm not like a serial killer who doesn't feel anything. I feel strongly because you make me feel strongly. Not that it's your fault that I feel strongly, although it kind of is, but you're not responsible for my emotions. That'd be insane and sexist. And I'm not sexist. I mean, I'm sexy, but I'm not sexist. I don't mean sexy like I'm full of myself. I just mean like most of us are sexual beings. You, your mom, not that I think of your mom sexually, that'd also be really creepy, but she did have you, so she did have sex with your dad and maybe with some other guys. That doesn't matter. Or girls, that doesn't matter either, because sexuality is a spectrum, and like you only live once, right? Unless you believe in reincarnation. Like if you're Hindu or Buddhist, or I don't remember which religions have reincarnation. I'm not very religious. Not that I'm against it or anything. Like if you wanted to raise the kids, whatever, that'd be fine. Not that we're going to have kids, because it'd be way too soon to talk about that. I don't want to freak you out. Like if you don't want kids because you want to be a career woman, I mean, obviously you can do both. You can have it all. I could be a great stay-at-home dad, or we could get a nanny or a manny or a non-binary or gender non-conforming childcare professional. That doesn't matter to me. I'm not like a macho man Republican. Not that there's anything wrong with Republicans. Some of them are very nice. And I've certainly met some nice ones. I'm not an apologist, though. I mean, the things they do to minorities, not that I'm telling you how to feel, because I would never tell you how to feel. Like, I don't care if you say I love you, just because I said I love you, because I definitely do not love you.
Ken panics as Anna walks back into the room.
Were you saying something?
No.
End of play.
Characters.
Amelia, a 7-year-old girl.
Her mother.
Harold Yates, Amelia's classmate.
Amelia and her mother sit at their dining room table.
Amelia.
Mother.
I assume you know why I scheduled this meeting with you.
Please enlighten me, Mother dearest. I know that you know the importance of maintaining my rigorous practice schedule, so I'm sure you will understand why I am slightly perturbed at being pulled away.
Your teacher called.
Oh, her.
Yes. She tells me you're not getting along with the other students. You spend your days playing yourself in chess instead of forming close relationships with your peers.
But Mother, they are all so ignorant. If I'm to become Grandmaster by the age of 13 years, 10 months, and 26 days, thereby achieving the title of youngest Grandmaster of all time, I cannot associate with these plebeians.
Amelia, what is the difference between ignorance and apathy?
I don't know, and I don't care.
This is what This is what we are all talking about. Try and form a relationship with another child. Just one. for me.
Fine. For you, Mother, I'll try.
There's a good girl.
The lights go down on Amelia and her mother and go up on Amelia's classroom the next day at school. She approaches Harold Yates, a fellow student.
Harold Yates, I'm going to form a relationship with you.
Oh, Amelia, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Why not?
It's just, you're a little intense.
Intense?
Yeah, and I mean, what do we have in common? Nothing really.
Don't you hate it when people answer their own questions, Harold Yates? I do.
See, that's what I'm saying. You say stuff like that, and I don't. I'm not weird like you, you know?
Weird? Weird? Weird?
Amelia grabs her chessboard. Just as she raises it furiously above her head, the lights go down. Lights back up on Amelia and her mother back at their dining room table.
Amelia,
Mother.
another conversation with your teacher today.
Yes, I thought there might be.
She says you tried to befriend another student today.
Yes, like you told me to.
And when this did not work out, you smashed your chessboard over his head, giving him a concussion.
Yes. Not exactly like you told me to do, but yes, all the same.
Your teacher says she believes you harbor a preoccupation for revenge.
She does. We'll see about that.
Lights down. End of play.
Characters.
Barry.
Glenn.
Daryl.
Setting, about 8 p.m., Calabasas, California. A dark surveillance van is parked outside a big, luxurious house. 2 men, Barry and Glenn, are inside looking at a laptop screen. They are waiting for something. Glenn is holding a big red button, slightly bored.
Wait.
Yep.
Hold.
Holding.
Almost.
Close enough.
No.
Just let me press it.
Is this a joke to you?
Of course not. Why would this be a joke to me, Barry?
Oh, you tell me, Glenn. I don't see anything funny about this situation.
You're right. It's not funny.
Exactly.
So, let's make it funny.
What?
Glenn presses and then stomps on the red button, breaking it into pieces.
Ha! Now that's funny.
Glenn, do you
Oh,
realize?
yes, Barry, that's the best part, the realization.
Please explain.
Why, of course. As you know, our wonderful friend and talented hitman, Daryl,
I know his name.
is currently trying to escape the target's home without being seen by the home's security cameras.
Something I also know.
And now, since I've hit the red button too early, I've turned all the security cameras back on, which might cause our hitman, Daryl,
I didn't forget his name.
to trigger some alarms and maybe fight some people he wasn't expecting to. And because I broke the button, there's no turning back now.
And why is that funny?
It's funny because if Daryl is as good as he says he is, he'll slip out without a trace and we'll all laugh about this tomorrow at brunch. It'll be an inside joke that I came up with. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll be fine.
A gun cocks behind Glenn's head. Glenn doesn't turn around. Distant sirens are heard.
Is that
Daryl.
Daryl?
Daryl.
End of play.
Characters.
King.
Queen.
And
Hens.
King Egg.
Setting. Roman time period. All the king's horses and all the king's men, da-dee-da-dee-da. It was a grand day for the castle of the coop. All the hens scurried frantically in anticipation of their distant court's arrival. A royal planned parade was met with open gates.
Do you see anyone coming? Cluck, cluck.
There, across the river, cluck, cluck.
Must be shiny armor of the guards. Cackle, cackle.
No, I believe that's only our bridge adorned in gold. Cackle, cackle, cackle.
Just the other side of the river of the Golden Bridge rides the king on his stately horse, Saber.
Look, just there, outside the great gate across from the moat of the castle coop. A line in procession comes forth carrying gifts of gold, sterling, and gems.
Alas, and there sits the proud King Egg, perched high atop the great wall above the gate.
Inside the castle coop's great dining hall.
Is thine table prepared in the face of our enemies? Wine, roast lamb, and fowl, cluck, cluck.
Pray in the name of all just gods, not foul. Cackle, cackle.
Far more desirable would be fare received in pork, cluck, cluck, cackle.
At the gate entry of the towering castle coop, the royal party waits its invitation. King Egg lifts his hand in salutation in their joyful coming together. Cannons flank to his left and right. He rises and begins to speak.
Glorious day be gifted in our warm hospitality to our friends and just neighbors to the north. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Be the pleasure all ours in sharing food, drink, and merriment. So pleased are we to have you journey many miles to join us in our festivities and celebrations. Come in, please, all of you, come in, come in.
There he goes, standing again, cluck, cluck.
1,000 times recalled to remain in his throne, cackle, cackle.
And pray only those spinely wobbly legs, cluck, cluck, cackle.
Need not for him to be tipsy on wine, cackle, cackle.
Ye gods, I feel we might witness a fall.
Certainly be in favor of a most rotund king.
Oh,
He's teetering back and forth.
run for your lives, he's teetering.
Cluck, cluck.
Cackle.
Fall he did, while dancing merrily, trumpet in hand, his low bow was met with fate, as he tumbled head over heels to the neatly designed stone cobbles on the ground. Being only an egg, he landed in a terrible splat. All gasps were followed by silence. A deep sorrow carried the feast well into the night till morn, whereupon waking, all the king's horses waited patiently for all the king's men to finish their breakfast buffet of eggs and ham. Author's note: in these sensitive times for all children 12 and under, the last scene may be omitted. Although originally written after the Great Fall, there were no happy endings to this tragic tale. Truth holds harmony in fantasy and reality. Lights down, end of play.
Characters.
Sophie.
Bloody Mary.
Sophie, a 13-year-old girl, stares in her bathroom mirror, the lights out, a few candles lit. She closes her eyes, breathes deeply.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
She opens her eyes, looks in the mirror, nothing. She sighs and turns to the door. Bloody Mary stumbles into the mirror. She looks unkempt and out of sorts, like she just woke up. The dark hair that covers her face is messy and uncombed.
Sorry, I'm late. You kind of caught me off guard, and anyway, that's on me. Hey, boo.
It worked.
Yeah. How's it going? Are you scared yet?
Bloody Mary parts her hair and shows a gross face oozing with ketchup-thick blood.
It's me, Bloody Mary. Yes, ghosts are real. Death is real. Boo, 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 boo.
Can you do the face again?
Bloody Mary kind of tilts her head, confused, then does it again.
Awesome.
You don't want anything else from me? Oh, I could show you how you'll die. I could tell you who likes you at school, but then I'll kill them. Something else. Oh, you could just let me go. I wouldn't mind going home. You know why? The graveyard's the hottest neighborhood in town. People are always dying to get in.
Sophie politely laughs.
Yeah, that's all the laughs it deserves. Seriously, kid, why'd you summon me? I'm usually booked for slumber parties of more than one.
Well, they asked us at school the other day, what do we want to be when we grow up? And I thought, I don't really want to be anything boring. I don't really want a job. I want to do something cool. I want to be a Bloody Mary.
Oh, word? I gotta warn you, kid. It's a lot of nights and weekends, and you folks these days are hard to spook.
I'm already scary to the other kids. Can you teach me?
Well, if you got the passion, sure. Welcome aboard.
Bloody Mary sticks her hand through the mirror. Sophie takes it and hops through the mirror.
Teach me the bloody face first.
Oh, kid, you'll be a natural.
End of play.
Characters.
Dee Dee, standing at the kitchen stove frying bacon.
Jojo, standing at the kitchen window, looking down the street.
Delivery driver.
Setting, small apartment, second floor, kitchen. Time, today.
Well, anything yet?
No, not yet.
It's been like forever since you called. Where could he be?
Don't know.
The bacon's nearly done. Breakfast is gonna be ruined. What time did you call?
Don't know.
Don't know. For crying out loud, check your phone. Where is your phone anyway?
Don't know.
Oh, God.
He's here.
There's a knocking at the apartment door. Dee Dee snatches the door open.
About time. Where have you been? Why did it take so long? Were you lost? And what about the eggs? Did you drop them? Are any of them cracked? Are these free range, cage free? And how can we be certain? How do you know? How does anyone know? How does anyone know for certain?
Gee, lady, I don't know. How do I know the answer to all your existential questions?
Curtain. End of play.
Characters.
Anne, a woman, any age or race, a server.
Jake, a man, similar in age to Anne, a guest.
Setting. A restaurant named The Date Place. Year 2019. Time, dinner time. Lights up on Jake seated at a table for two inside a trendy cafe. The menu is on the table. Jake looked towards the door, checks his phone, and approaches.
Welcome to The Date Place, where every dish is made with dates. I'm your server, Anne.
Hi.
Will anyone be joining you tonight?
Jake looks towards the door. Again, he's distracted.
I don't know.
Want me to come back in a bit?
Blind date, so
Oh, you've never met.
not in person. I don't think she's coming.
Are you sure? I can give you all the time you need. Slow night.
Yeah. We were actually supposed to meet at a park earlier, but nope. And she's not returning my texts, so.
She's not really blind, is she?
No. That's not funny.
Gotta be sure I understood you.
Mm.
Jake allows himself a little self-pity laugh.
Well, if you have been really and truly stood up, that entitles you to a free appetizer or dessert at The Date Place. Savory or sweet, what's your preference?
Jake just looks at her. Her energy is a little mesmerizing.
Free is free. Savory or sweet?
Savory.
Great. Be right back.
and exits. Jake checks his phone and strains to see out the door one last time. He then turns to watch Anne. Anne returns with a plate containing a single bacon-wrapped date. She places it on the table.
Here you go.
A single date. That's it.
We prefer to call it the lonely date. You aren't the first to receive it, and you won't be the last. Eat up, Buttercup. It's free. And so am I. Well, after my shift ends, if you need someone to talk to.
Anne smiles winsomely and heads toward the kitchen. Jake slowly registers what she said as he reaches for the appetizer. He stops and looks around for Anne, catching her eye. She winks. They both smile. Blackout. End of play.
Thank you for watching. Events like the 1 Minute Play Festival are made possible through the donations of patrons like you. To donate to Festival Theater, visit www.festivaltheater.org/donate.